Hello everybody and welcome back to some Pal World here on our base. Yeah, so some things look different. Let me tell you guys a story. So, I had taken a break from playing because I had been working on, there's a project I'm working on that will appear through this video because that was what this video was supposed to be, obviously. And I had logged in to start working again on some breeding, hopped up, come back. Our base had been raided by the PAL Research Society or whatever, and for whatever reason, it just broke the base. Like, none of the pals could pathfind right, all of them kept getting sick, none of them would eat, even if I, like, picked them, like, put them back in the terminal and shit, it just would not fix them. I could take them to the other base, the mining base, and they would function fine. It was specifically this base. So, I did some looking online, and it seemed like the only consistent solution is to build a new base. Just destroy this base and build a new one. Which sucks, frankly. We have so much stuff here that I'm going to have to try and shuttle out. So that's pretty terrible. I'm not happy about that. But, you know, I have been considering trying to do a new base anyways. It's probably actually going to be better if I start this by PAL numbers, because I need to find Gameth now, so she can help me, like, mine resources. There she is. Let's tag out Warsect. So, you know, like I said, I'm not thrilled by this. This is a very kind of shitty situation for us. But it ends up being pretty good, because I've been thinking about wanting to build a new base anyways. I'm not a big fan of this area. Kind of not happy overall with how I ended up laying out the base. Like, I feel like it kind of creates issues for pathfinding with pals. It makes it so I can't use, like, Yormantide for things, because he's just too big and gets stuck on things, so he kind of just does that anyways. He's just too big, in general. So, what we're going to do in this video, then, is probably work on, we're going to set up a new main base. That's for sure. We might also set up another breeding base, because I'm kind of getting to the point where we're doing a lot of breeding, and having a dedicated base for breeding is probably a good idea. So, let's get to work on that. I gotta go find a new place to live. So yeah, let's get hunting. Alright guys, I think I kind of like this place. It's kind of high up too, so I don't really have to worry about random raids. It's gonna have you start clearing things out too. Like, it's gonna be hard for people to, like, pathfind up here. And I like the bamboo. Maybe we can even potentially, like, leave it as part of the base itself. We're just gonna have to, you know, rehome these sweepa, you know. You know what I mean? Just, oh, we have the self-relaxer, by the way. Just gotta, you know. Just gotta rehome them really quick. Problem solved. Now this is our land. Oh, not Gumos, I guess. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, that's a lot of wood, too. Fantastic. But yeah, let's get our PAL box down. I think I like... Oh, well, we're gonna have to move you, I see. Please return to your PAL sphere. I think we're gonna have to go, like, here. I think it's a pretty decent spot. It kind of is, like, right in the middle. I wish I could I really wish this game had a colorblind setting. That's, like, a big thing I wish that it had. I'm kind of upset that it doesn't. I mean, I understand it is an early access game, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it sucks for me, because it's hard to, like, visibly see the area of effect that we've got. Okay, so I can see... I think we've got most of this area. Like, there's, like, a little bit over here that we don't. And I'm okay with that. We can throw walls up on those sides to kind of help keep things out. So it should just be the, like, hyena pals that we have to deal with, which is fine. Hopefully they don't break our base again. But, okay, guys, we're going to have to do a bit of logging now, unfortunately. And shuttling, the shuttling is going to be what takes a while here. And I've got to take a little bit of time to figure out how I want to lay this out, because I think, like I was saying, I do want to have a breeding base, too. We're just doing a lot of breeding, so it just makes a lot of sense. So, I also have to figure out what is going in this base and what is going into the other bases. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get to work. Oh, there it is. I was about to, like, as soon as I started recording, can find it. That figures. I was gonna make a joke about how difficult it is to find where the bamboo trees actually are. But we're slowly shaping up into something. Nothing like super spectacular, you know, but it's at least something. I kind of want to like, that's not what I want at all. Let's review. Just trying to like roof in the area where the pals will be sleeping. Oh, please, why do you do that? It is really funny to me that this game's building is kind of janky. I mean, it's expected because early access, but at the same time, all I can think of is Ark's building and how janky that is. And it's just like, it would not be a survival game if it wasn't janky in some way. Thankfully, this Anubis I bred out, which was one of the things was the project I was working on, has been super helpful. So actually, let me show you, because this is a good point to talk about it. So he has all of the work speed skills. So he's got 115% boost to his work speed, and it's been, it's such a help. It's such a help. I was trying to breed out pals for the bases that have like that additional work speed and stuff, and we have succeeded in some ways, and haven't in others. We're like halfway through the project, so definitely kind of sucks to have to take a detour like we are, but oh well. But we've got our big crafting area set up here. I'm hoping that this is set up enough so pals can like actually maneuver through here. The biggest thing I'm concerned about is our current igniter is Blaze Howl, and he's kind of big, but I think he can pathfind through here, or Zerk definitely can, who's the only other pal who's going to have to get back here. So definitely looking pretty good. This should be enough space for Anubises and Lylines, because that's going to be our main, handicraft pal. And yeah, overall, we're slowly getting it back together. All right, everybody. So it's a good bit later. We've actually had a raid, so I got to see how it works. They kind of just get stuck down on the lip below us here, so they can't actually get in and fuck up our base, which is good because we're hitting a point where I'm noticing that we're getting different raids, like higher level raids too. Like they're pushing level 40, which is fine if I have my pal out. Like, I'm not having them, like, do something, and I can kind of catch the raid before it hits the base. If they get in the base, it's a problem because, like, our Blaze Hell knock there is level 12. He just dies. But we're looking pretty good. We've got a lot of the main things set up here again. I'm thinking about tearing this wall down, actually. Yeah, the more I'm looking at this, I don't want this wall here. So, this little cabin area is going to be for storage chests mostly. That way we can kind of use the Vanderworm Crest or whatever we feel like for transport to actually help keep our stuff organized, potentially, hopefully. They don't really like organization very much. But then we have our little fridge with our Jolt Hog Crest to keep it cool, and our bed, which will probably also have a couple more storage chests in here that'll mostly have just blueprints that we still want, the fruits that we want, and weapons and ammo. Hello, Sauerkraut. He is back. So that's something that we still have to work on. I gotta go get some metal. Hello, Sauerkraut. I like how every time I talk, he like just stuffs his head in my mouth. He's very helpful. And then we've got our little hot spring, all of the beds set up, and we got this little ranch set up too, which is part of why I was also bringing you guys back for this, because we can talk about the chickens and stuff that we have. So that one's the wrong one. Where is the right one? This one. Of course I buffed up the wrong one first. So let's get him out. We have a Mouzerina too, I want to say. Yep, there he is. And a bee guard. Sauerkraut, you are going to fall. So these fellas are bred out differently than the the Blaze Howl, as you can see, who's just fucking going to town on this tree. He's got maxed out work speed. Same with this dig toy. Well, this dig toy doesn't. The one at the mining base does. That one's pretty close, though. And the Anubis. Unfortunately, work speed does not affect how well they graze. So instead what you want is stuff that reduces their sanity drain. So let me show you here. We've got like Diet Lover, Dainty Eater, Positive Thinker, and Workaholic. So he won't need to leave the pen as often, so he'll stay in here and graze more. And that's what all three of these guys have, which is great, as well as I know I mentioned, I think in the last video briefly, that they really benefit a lot from being condensed down. So like this Chickapee only has 3 of 4 stars, compared to the wrong one that I've got that's got Lucky, which we'll probably still throw out anyways because it's still a really good chicken. That's got 4 out of 4 stars. This one has a chance to lay 5 eggs, and by chance, it seems quite high, whereas this other one will only lay a maximum of 4 eggs. And this cow will produce like 5 milk. Actually, you can see he's producing more now. They kind of make a weird face when they're getting ready to produce and like hold still. Yeah, he just produced 2, which is fine. That's still pretty good. So that's going to be good for us for both cakes and for the just generalized stuff, because we're going to set up another ranch at the breeding farm probably as well, just so it's like right there and we can kind of cook. But this way we have access to the various things like, you know, the Mozzarella burgers, which are probably the best food, that or pizza, which we also will have access to once I set up my berry crops, and just a whole bunch of other stuff, which I actually have to move up all the rest of the food from the other house. Fuck, I forgot about all that shit. I still have a ton of stuff to do. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get to work on all that stuff and some more organization and shit, and I will just catch you whenever we're starting to work on the next base. So I'll see you then. Oh, okay. Literally, I was just coming out here to get ready to start setting up the next base, and fucking... I know, okay, so I've boosted, like, the spawn rates, like, to 3 times instead of 1, so, like, I'm expecting to find them more, but it's still, like, awful common that I'm finding them. Hold on a second. Sauerkraut is being a pain. There we go. I think he's fixed for now. But I decided to build the breeding base out by where we had first started. I'm surprised these gates are still here. Maybe they just, like, don't really decompose. That's actually not true, because I've seen them decompose. But I figured this would be a good spot. Yeah, these are, like... Oh, no, I'm looking at my weight. How are these on durability? Can I, like, see... Or do I have to shank it? They're still super good. Oh, neat. But yeah, I figured out here would be a good spot, just because, like, we didn't have to deal a whole lot with raids unless I opened the gate, and I don't plan on ever having to, like, actually step outside here. Like, we're just going to breed here and nothing else. So, like, why bother with opening the gate, right? So, alright then, let's first seal this up. I brought stuff to make a cement gate, but honestly, if we have wood, maybe we just... Oh, there's no real good way to, like, fully patch this, I guess. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to destroy this whole thing and, like, rebuild it. That's fine. But yeah, let's get started on this. I will just probably bring you guys back for the finished product on this one, because, like, do you really want to see me put down... what is it, put down, like, ranches and stuff? Like, I don't really think so. Alright, guys, I think that will do this one up. Like I said, this one was going to be a lot more basic. Like, we've got 3 different breeding pens, which we're actually about to start using. 2 ranches, some plantations, so we can kind of keep the place self-sufficient. We actually have to build another bed, which I need to bring over some more fiber for that one. So we can have a transport pal, I think is what I would like to have. And yeah, overall, I'm happy with this. This is actually, as upset as I am about the, like, the very random shit that we had to deal with because of that, you know, it probably was for the best, because I was already kind of considering, like, man, maybe we should, like, move, just because it's already getting, like, very cramped in there, and just, ugh. But, like this, at least, we will be able to spread out a bit more efficiently. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to make a few more beds, because I did not realize that the, oh, what do you call them? The pals in the breeding area counted as needing a bed. That's the word. Maybe we can just, like, use some cheap beds for them. But at least in the meantime, we can actually get the project rolling again. I'm probably going to also renovate the mining base while I'm doing all these. You know, I don't think I'm going to record that, though, because, like, I'm going to have to, like, not break down the base, but kind of, like, pick it all up and kind of just give it a little bit and let the ore nodes respond so I can better figure out a good spot to put stuff, you know? So, in the meantime, I'm just going to work on breeding up everybody, because we're going to need 2 more azure robes. We still need to get our Lilines together. There's a lot of, like, random breeding I have to do now, especially for, like, the farms over here, too. That's kind of what this pen is for. This is where we keep all of the chickpeas that we're using. So, like, we've got the worker one, like I think I was talking about earlier. Then we've got the... Is this the good... No, that's just a random one. I think I brought the good one over here. Yeah, because I'm going to be using him for breeding. And then I still also have to breed out a nimble one. Like we have... what is it? It's nimble, runner, and swift. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Yep, runner, swift, and nimble. And we need those together for a transport pal so that they can move stuff faster. So, yeah, I have a ton of breeding to do here. So I'm very happy that we got this all set up. And once we actually have cakes, which I started them going, we'll actually be able to do this. So, yeah, guys, I think that'll wrap up this episode for today. Very unexpected. Almost glad in a vacuum, I guess, is the right word. Like, I'm not actually, but I guess it needed to happen. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to probably go work on the mining base now, get that all straightened out, and I will just see you in the next one. Till then, peace!